All right, BarstoolBuddhas, and we're back.
We're back, Giant Rip.
We're back again. Been a very long time.
Yep.
6-7 months.
Oh, and coming back, technical issues.
Yeah. I let this thing sit for all these months, and when I got into it to do it, all the settings were squirrely. Nothing worked.
What's that like?
It's like if you put your electronics and your girlfriend away for 7 months, when you turn them back on, it's not quite the way you remember it. So that ought to piss some people off. I wonder who that's going to be. But we're back. Lots been going on. The elections came and went, and then all that came and went after that.
Oh my gosh, the residue that's left behind is ridiculous.
So we wondered what we were going to do today. After doing the couple in Kathmandu, I was really happy not to get into politics for a while.
Yeah. But
living in the real world, or the unreal world, whichever one to put it. So we thought we'd do something today. We had a series going, like the humility, what a concept, kindness, what a concept. So we thought we'd do one today called Civility, what a concept. Because if you watch the news and you're out in the world, there's not a lot of it anymore. It's just, we used to talk about tolerance and kindness and,
the disrespect between people now is just getting unbelievable.
It's a death threat if you say something people don't like anymore. Yeah. So, but anyway, we want to talk about civility. So a big disclaimer. I don't know about him, but this is not my strong suit. I try to be civil, but I don't always come off as being civil.
We work at it. It's a daily practice.
I'm half deaf, so I don't hear well, so I talk really loud. And because of my nature, I'm animated and willful and forceful. Some people don't like that. And it does come across the wrong way. And I'm well aware of it, but I'm not in command of all of it yet.
But people that know you.
Yeah.
It's the ones on the fringe that are always kind of in your elbow space that you hear people talking these days.
So it's not really a lesson in civility. We're just going to talk about how it plays out in the world we're in. So, basically, civility is like disagreeing without disrespect. Now, that's a nice thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
It seems to be, I see it on TV once in a while. A couple of old guys talking on TV. They're nice to each other. But, being respectful when there's opposing views is sometimes a real challenge. People start screaming at each other, raising hell. And basically what you're trying to do is to find some common ground, right?
Right.
And boy, that's getting hard to find.
Yeah. You can learn a lot from people you disagree with.
Yeah, you can
on
probably
many
learn.
levels. We've got a really close friend. We have totally opposite views on certain issues, but we're still friends.
Yeah, it's
close friends.
I know people like that, and matter of fact, a lot of people in the bubble that I used to hang out in, the music people and all that, they tend to be completely different politically, and I avoided any deep conversations, but it wasn't that hard to do. We had something in common, so we went for the thing. That's the point. Go for the things you have in common and branch out from there.
Yeah.
Because in those spaces, you know how to be nice. Just transfer it over. Yeah. But like I said, it's a choice to treat others with respect, dignity, and consideration. And it's more than just being polite. It takes a lot of work. And as a person, like I said, who has a problem with it, I've come to realize how hard it is. We're still trying.
Yeah. It's a work in progress. It always is.
But the thing about you watch the news these days, we only thought it was polarized before. Society is just it's like two lines. It's like watching, what's that movie that Mel Gibson did in Scotland?
Braveheart.
They just line up, start hacking each other. They don't say three words. They just start running at each other. Yeah. That's what it feels like sometimes.
Well, look at the holidays. The media's always telling you how to deal with your family members that you disagree with. Or even people saying avoid going to the holidays because somebody in your family disagrees with your views.
Yeah, and again,
where do we come to?
Well, again, that goes back to common ground. Why are you having a holiday? Why are you getting together?
Right.
That should be the focal point. I did see people this last holidays, just what you're talking about. I'm not going to see Grandma because she voted the wrong way. Never mind, she's 84 and a half and's got 3 forms of cancer and emphysema. She's probably not going to be here next year. So, you know what? Is it worth it? And that's the point. Where's the value proposition in continuing to be this level of just disrespect for each other? Where's it going to go? It's not like we're going to pull out a magic wand and make the other side go away. Although the other side, I think, has some magic wands, but we won't talk about that one. So it's just like, what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do tomorrow morning when you go out, or this afternoon when you go out? Because these things don't present themselves at your convenience.
Oh, yeah.
You're using it. For me, it's always, I have the worst situation with it. I'm busy with something else. I'm in the middle of something else. Pop, here comes something. I don't give the time, the attention, the focus it needs. And the next thing I know, I may be having an argument with somebody, or I may have pissed somebody off. Or you offend somebody and you don't really know about it till they're gone, and then that's a whole other situation.
Yeah.
So, you know, they say that, what was the old thing? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me. Well, we know that in a great percentage of human beings, words can hurt.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
They can hurt. I would like to believe they don't, but they do. So, you know, you have to choose your words. Again, a big lesson for me. But that's, like I said, you have to be, what's the word, conscious.
Yeah.
In the moment
to
get this thing done. You know, when you see people in the streets throwing rocks and screaming about this and that, you know they really feel strongly about it. And whether you agree with it or not, they're expressing themselves. And like anything else, they may not be doing it the way you would do it. It may actually scare you. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of this comes from, these days, comes from fear that the person that doesn't think like you is going to take something from you, or the government in power, or this or that, or somebody coming in is going to take away what you've got. And I would say somewhere in all this, there are places when civility falls apart and other things happen.
Oh, yeah. Bad things happen.
And nobody really wins in that situation. So,
plenty of examples.
Yeah. Like we said, if you can stay present and engaged, even with people that have strong disagreements with. I mean, you're talking to our friends. We know who those people are.
Yeah.
And they're really great people. Very smart, probably smarter than we are. They've done well in the world, better than we have. So they've got something on the ball. Yeah. Some of those thoughts and positions have gotten them to really good places, made them really good people. But, you know, everybody can be wrong once in a while. You have to
Even us.
Yeah, you have to give that to somebody else. You have to let them be wrong to a certain degree. I'm not going to let anybody shoot my dog because of the way I voted. That's not going to happen. But within certain parameters, you can tolerate words. And if you don't like words, you can just not participate anymore. Yeah. It's like we said before. In the old days, like I'm an old guy now, it's always in the old days.
We're old guys.
Because I have more of those than I do new days. When you got in an argument with your friend, and you really had a heated argument, maybe he did shoot your dog or stole your cow or whatever the hell it was, you have to run off with your girlfriend, but you've been friends forever, and you get into it. In the old days, you used to say, look, I'm not doing this today.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. When you get your head back on your shoulders, or we can talk civilly.
Or out of your backside.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it.
Yeah.
There was a line. You said, we're not doing this. That seems to have gone away because...
Well, that was face-to-face. Now it's all social media.
Yeah, that's a problem, too.
You know, I mean, it's so anonymous.
Yeah, you got that's going on, too. And, you know, the thing about this media here, this medium we're using it's all a one-way thing. Yeah. You and I are having a conversation, and we're talking in front of other people. Yeah. And there's people going, well, that dumb redneck, well, I'd tell him my mind if I could. But you don't get that. Yeah. So what you get is you get somebody festering.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And they launch what?
Like you said, it's all one way.
Mutually assured destruction there.
Mad.
On a social level, which we have never seen.
Yeah.
It's getting worse. We got people with anxiety, mental problems. They're saying that the youth of this country are really being affected by this constant what is it they call it? The endorphins. What is the thing you get from getting pleasant messages on the phone? It gives you a little boost, makes you feel good. And then when you don't get one, you really get upset. If the cell phones went off for 24 hours, if it didn't launch on the code or something because of it, we might be a lot better off with that.
Might be people falling off buildings.
Yeah. So, you know, every day is an opportunity to do any number of things. I mean, if you go to church, you got some spiritual life, they're always telling you, if you do these things every day, your life will be better. And not everybody does them every day. Right. So you have some modicum of improvement. And what the Baptists call it, your backslide.
Backslide, yeah.
Backslide,
Yeah.
2 steps up, 1 step back.
That's life.
My case, 1 step up, 3 steps back. Next week, may go the other way. But we got to try to get along. I mean, this is a tough time around the world. I mean, I don't want to talk about all these wars going on.
Some serious issues out there, folks.
But I'd like to say something to people watching this and the people in our country is that given the severity of everything going on, even right now as we speak, there's huge storms coming through the Midwest with 100-mile-an-hour winds. People are losing everything they've got.
Yep.
We're due to get one here tonight, which who knows could happen. You've got wars, 2 major wars going on. You got conflicts. You got poverty. You got everything around the world. And all we have to do here in this country most of the time is just talk to each other in a civilized way to make our lives a whole lot better. The things we hang on to, cling to, and comment about, people do that. But it's not the end of literally not the end of the world. Tornado's not blowing down your house. Hurricane didn't come through your valley in North Carolina and wipe out 100 years of civilization.
Yeah.
You're not in Gaza where 80% of the buildings are on the ground in rubble. You're not in Ukraine or Russia where they're using hypersonic missiles every day. So it is worse. And talking to each other is not the worst thing you can do. Yeah. So try to be nice because, if enough people get together and come to consensus, good things could happen.
Good. Got to stop throwing gas on the fire.
Yeah, gas is really expensive. Use something else. Put some donuts out there, or what do you?
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows, yeah. I don't like marshmallows on the fire though. I like
Make it a s'more.
Black mushrooms, they're gritty, and I'm an anti-s'more person myself. I get in a lot of trouble when I go on family outings. You don't like s'mores? No, I do not. So, anything you want to say about anything? You never wants to say much.
You got the closing.
Yeah, we are going to go on another trip probably.
Yeah.
You guys know we went to Nepal last year, and we did some post. We didn't get around to posting everything we wanted to post. But we're probably going to try to go back because one of the main things is that I'm actually retiring, so I want to go there and. We didn't get to see the mountains. The season we went on was fires and smoke and stuff, so we didn't get to see the really big mountains. And in the hotel where we stayed, there was a picture next to the wall. This is the view we see.
Yeah.
It wasn't there. We want to see that view. Yeah. And there's a lot of places over there. So we'll be doing more when we go this time. We'll actually post some more things. So
go back to our friend Saroj.
Hey, yeah, he runs the Busy Bee. We always promote the Busy Bee.
Yeah. Busy Bee.
Actually, when we go back to Poker, we're going to probably stay at the Busy Bee this time, the Busy Bee Resort. So that'd be good. So I guess we can just, keep talking about this, but, we got to find a way to communicate with people. And communication is more than just words going back and forth. It's finding common ground. It's understanding that person is probably just as invested in his point of view as you are in yours. And if both of you can meet halfway, then we're halfway to solutions in some problems. So,
talking to one another.
Yep. And, the one thing, I don't, me, I'm not a big person that likes to sit around in bars and stuff. But I go down there and meet with friends. And it's always nice because at the end of the day, people are tired of working. They don't want to deal with the world. They want to sit there, have a good time, just talk about people. And the group that's in our little area, many of them are as different as they can be. Yeah. And on any other day in any other way, you might not get along with them. But when they're sitting there just trying to put their feet up, just trying to live their life and have a few moments of peace and fellowship with their friends, if we could just find a way to export it out of the bar, we'd be really good. We're going the right way.
Bring the world to a barbecue.
Yeah. So I guess, we've mentioned this many, many times. Mahatma Gandhi. We wear this out. But he said, my life is my message. And that's true of all of us. You're sending a message all the time. You're always broadcasting. And sometimes you're asleep at the switch. You don't realize that's going out there. So civility is a way to make it happen. Yeah. Monitor yourself. Meet people halfway at least. Maybe just 1% over makes the difference. 51% could make the difference. So everybody wants to have a nice
Happy
life.
life.
Happy life.
Happy life.
And try to get through this place with a smile and help somebody else smile as well. So this is not all that profound. It's very simple to do. Not easy, but it's simple to do. It's a simple concept. So,
but you got to be aware.
You got to be aware and conscious. You got to try to make it work, So
all right.
I think that's it for this week.
BarstoolBuddhas out.
We'll try to get something going sooner next time, maybe. Yeah, the storm's coming through tonight. It's going to dictate whether we're here to do that, but we're going to work on it.
Get the tree off the house tomorrow.
Yeah. So, see you guys later.
Peace.